Now in this table, on the left-hand side, we have different scenarios, and on the right side, we have possible solutions to those scenarios. For example, when we have no cable connection, we need to check the cable connection between the network devices. When it's a wrong port, ensure that both ends of the cable are plugged into the correct ports of the network devices. If the device has no power, you want to make sure that both of the devices are powered on, connected to power appropriately, things like that. When it's the wrong cable type, verify the cable selection. Make sure you have the correct cable for the type of connection that you are utilizing. Category 3 copper cable can be used for 10 megabits per second UTP connections, but should never be used for 10-100 or 10-100-1000 megabit per second UTP connections. Always use Cat5, Cat5e, or Cat6 UTP for these faster connections. If it's a bad cable, then go ahead and swap the bad cable with a known good cable, or look for broken or missing pins on the connectors. If it's a loose connection, check for those loose connections. Sometimes a cable appears to be seated in the jack, but it's not. You can kind of wiggle the cable around a little bit. You may feel a click, and you'll know that it's now inserted properly. A bad port or module. Move the cable to a known good port to troubleshoot a suspect port or module. You can also use the show port command or the show interface command for the Cisco iOS to look for error disable, disable, or shutdown status of the port. Now let's focus on troubleshooting the speed and duplex mismatches between working interfaces. Switch interfaces generally use either auto-negotiation processes or can be manually set to specific speed and duplex settings. The manual settings disable the auto-negotiation process. When the auto-negotiation process is used, both the switches use the maximum speed available. If both the switches support it, full duplex is used, and if not, half duplex is used. However, when one of the devices uses auto-negotiation and the other has disabled it, their duplex settings are likely to mismatch. A mismatch in duplex settings will lead to poor performance of the interfaces because the device using half duplex refrains from sending frames, suspecting collisions that do not actually occur in reality.